Just as we were feeling excited about Bitcoin again, we got the dump, and probably that's why we got it. As soon as our feelings and emotions start getting positive, this market is slapping us back to reality. Over the weekend, Bitcoin failed to find bids, now at 116,000 after trading all the way down to 115. Is the excitement still here? Are you still entertained? Ethereum losing some of its gains as well. Across the board, we are watching crypto sell off, but it is again a new week. And we have new opportunity, new ability, and now new time to find the trades that we're looking for into the end of the year. It's going to be difficult. We're going to push through. We're going to grind through as we always do. Thank you for being here. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe for more. Let's jump into the charts. How you like that transition? I'm just experimenting with new stuff here. What up, boys? What up? Bitcoin is really pushing our last bit of patience here again. Not surprising. I don't know when it's going to end. This is just so different. I feel like I've started every stream with kind of the same idea of this is just so much different than the previous runs. It is summer, and we've usually seen kind of weak, boring price action during summer, but this has just been the characteristic of the entire run. I said it in the Discord earlier, by the way, jump in our free Discord, discord.gg/TomCrown, that basically I don't even care about price anymore, which is a weird thing for me to say. Let me know if you guys feel this way too. What's up, Mike Graves? I don't even care about price anymore. I don't even care about like being bullish anymore or bearish. I just want it to be exciting again. Whether that's up or down or left or right. Left would be very exciting. I just want it to be exciting. I just want to have the vibes. I want like the hysteria, the euphoria. I want those dopamine hits every day. I want to wake up and feel like, oh man, what's going to be running today? What's going to be flying? What are we going to try to like catch? What plays are out there? I don't even care about up or down. It's weird. Hopefully that means that up is coming. Hopefully that's the last stop before more up. But man, how are you guys feeling about this market? By the way, the title, I'm going to get into the chat, but the title, crypto has to hold this level or else. Of course, we're experimenting with our clickbait wings, but there is some truth to it. As always, there is some truth. We're going to definitely take a look at that, the total crypto market cap, and what levels need to be held here for bulls to remain in control. There's quite a bit of leeway, but we should be watching these charts. We should be identifying these levels because they can be great signals to look for entries on other coins. So if total hits a support level, that can be a great indicator that Ethereum's looking to bounce or Bitcoin's looking to bounce. And so we still can use this in our trading and every day, even though total itself is not tradable. Oh man, I got this big old coffee. I woke up feeling like, I don't know. Mondays. I don't know. Stream not working, Sebastian. Just loading. What? Really? Are you trolling me? Are you pranking me? All your live streams have crashed. When start? Are you guys joking? Oh no. Oh well. Yours is working great. YouTube is down. Absolutely. Panic. YouTube is down. Let me see. Did it really? YouTube down detector? Let's see. Not for the UK, although that might matter. Just restarted. It's all good. Damn. Well, I guess YouTube isn't it? Just our stream. There are no reports that YouTube is down. Well, that's a lie. There's definitely some reports that it's down somewhere, even if they're not right. Are we up now? I'm kind of bummed. Did we get the intro? Did you guys get to see the cool intro and the cool transition that I had? I did like a little behind the scenes work. It took me an embarrassing amount of time this morning. I'm going to be bummed if nobody saw it. Lagging for a minute. Did we start? Whatever. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out later. Whatever we missed, we missed. Live is working great. Okay. Got the intro. That's all I wanted. It was fine. Just skipped. All right. Post intro. You know what? I have not. I might know why. I'll figure that later. No video. Nirvana, I feel like you're trolling me. Just buffering. I'm going to ask in the chat. My connection is perfect according to my software, which is usually the culprit. Holland's not working. Bro couldn't afford internet. Well, that'd be on your guys' side. I got the fanciest internets that are available. It's not working. It's not loading. God. What country are you in if it's not loading? Is it all Euro? I wonder if it's all Euro. Good here. No intro. No. Netherlands not working. Wow. Apparently we're down in Europe. That's how global we are. We're so global that like we could be down in different countries. You're back. All YouTube live streams not working. It's perfect. That's we go live and then YouTube's all their streams. This is wild. I didn't expect this. All right. YouTube, you never cease. You never cease to amaze me. We've been live here 6 years. For those of you tuning in, we've been live here 6 years, giving the good alpha, not getting paid to shill you scams or rugs or Trojans or viruses or whatever. And YouTube just never fails. Never fails to mix it up. Never fails to throw us a curveball, especially when I have like kind of something planned, right? Too good for Euro, that's right. Probably need to upload an ID. Ha! Oh God, that'd be bad. YouTube issue, other live streams down as well. Got it. Well, hey, then we'll just do our best. I'm actually curious. So a lot of people, and we're going to get into the charts and stuff. Maybe if we give it a minute, our across the seas brethren will be able to rejoin us. They'll be able to see the live chat. So I'm going to put a poll. A lot of people are upset about YouTube's new AI age verification thing. I'm curious if literally anybody in our chat has gotten that at all. So I'm going to put up a poll. Have you been asked by YouTube to upload ID? Or, yeah, age verification. New age verification. I'm curious. There we go. Just yes or no. What am I talking about? Well, then your answer is no. YouTube last week enacted a new age verification system that you guys probably aren't. I'm in the YouTube niche. I'm in crypto and trading niche and YouTube niche. These are like the two things that the only kind of content I look at. And YouTube recently, as of last week, has a new AI detection system. Yeah, follow me. It's about privacy, so this is kind of related. The detection system will judge your behavior, what you're watching, your content, and it will make a guess at if you are under the age of 18. If it thinks you are, it will ask you to verify your age. If it doesn't think you're under 18, then you won't notice. A lot of you are saying, what are you talking about? What? No. If it doesn't think you're below 18, and guys, it's not like if you open one kid's video, it's going to think you're under 18. It's going to look at like a pattern of behavior. They already have an idea of how old you are as a user in your account, just based on what you do on the platform. Probably comes down to even small, minute details of how long you spend, when you're on it, you know, like little things. It's not just you watch a video and it determines it. YouTube thinks you're a 12-year-old boy. Well, maybe you are, baby. Yeah, 60 votes really quick. Nobody. One person, maybe 3%, maybe one person in all of them so far said that. Just flew to the US to watch Tom's stream. Thank you, Bullish Mike. Are we still down? Still down? Oh well, we'll keep pushing on. Let's maybe look at a little chart. Well, Baby Shark, dude. Yeah, if you start watching Baby Shark, it will definitely ask you to upload ID. Not working from Netherlands, only VPN. Apparently you can VPN in. VPN in and it'll work. That's lame though, because that being down hurts the whole stream, like the whole algorithm, because like our viewers are showing up and then not staying and they leave, or they, you know, not working at all. It's like showing dissatisfaction. Whatever is what it is. Thumbnail picture, dad vibes. All right, I guess. I'm experimenting, guys. Please, considering there's no new people here today, it's just the G crew. Please forgive me for the the improvements and the changes and trying these new things I'm going to be doing into the end of this year. I'm trying to, without compromising our moral integrity, play into these games that we've avoided for so long. And that includes clickbait. That includes kind of putting bullshit on the thumbnails and the titles. Forgive me. YouTube is first and foremost a click platform. This is a concept I didn't get when I started. The platform is not about videos. It's not about videos at all. At the end of the day, it's not. I know that's a crazy statement, follow me. Is that it's about clicks. YouTube does not feed you videos the way Instagram Reels, TikTok, Facebook Reels, whatever, feeds you videos. You don't search. You just open up a vague video box, and it puts colors and lights in front of you, and you decide if you like it or not, right? That is a video platform. YouTube is a click platform because you do not see a video until you select it. So the most important, most critical element that exists on YouTube is getting that click. And I have been very against that over the years because I believe it compromises your integrity. It's deceptive. You know, there's many reasons. It's against kind of the moral ideas. However, we got to play the game. And I think I can play the game a little bit better without really compromising those things. I'm going to try, but just forgive me. Forgive me for what we're going to do. Forgive me, Lord, for I have sinned. I'll just ask for forgiveness. Don't worry. Keep being you and views will grow. Thank you, Randy. Appreciate you, brother. Maybe we'll look at some charts here. Hopefully the European friends can tune back in, or Netherlands friends can tune back in. Let's do a little bit of chart. I got the chat open. I'm going to throw the chat behind me because that can help me sometimes. There we go. Live chat will pop up here. And help me see it. I'm going to get a new screen just for the chat so it's easier to multitask for me. We're requiring you to let go of your pride. You got it. It's okay. And you know what the thing, that's why I'm asking for forgiveness, is because some of you guys are going to be turned off by it, and that sucks, right? But there's always just, there's going to be more new people who are going to click on it. It works, you know? If it didn't work, I wouldn't be experimenting with it. And I'll always do it better than others. I'm not going to go crazy. Anyway, do a little chart. Hi, stream. Stream doesn't work for you. Anyone else? Yeah. Netherlands or you? Netherlands and Europe. So don't forget to talk to us. To the moon, baby. All right, so let's look at the damage, right? Stream's still loading. Try refreshing. Or VPN. Are you going to take a trade? We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. I'm trying to even just get in. Trying to just get this going. All right, nobody has been asking for ID. I'm going to put the poll up, and this way I'll be able to... All right, putting the poll up, just that'll warn people as they join. All right, we'll do yes is down. I'm in Europe. I'm not in Europe. There we go. It's up. What do you mean? This way people will have a little warning. Maybe we'll get to the charts someday. What's up, Crispy? How you doing, bro? What's up, Lee? Yes, Netherlands. Yep, Shroud. Apparently it's like Netherlands, Europe. Clear over here on Mars. All right, we got good reception on Mars. That's good. How many from UK voted yes? Said Ralph. UK had their own age privacy thing, right? You'll forgive me if I only make silly stooped thumbs. What's a stooped? Just clicked on the poll. Don't worry about it. EU and Africa down. Africa's down. Stop. End the stream. End the stream. Africa's down. That's literally fractions of percents of our viewership. We might as well not even do it. I'm never gonna get to the charts. I mean, look at Bitcoin here. I still haven't today. Went to the gym and didn't do much else today. Oh, I went to the gym and then I worked on the intro and some of the stream stuff that didn't work because the streams are down. It's also down in Asia. Interesting. Only 40 votes. 52% of them are saying it's down, though. That's meaningful. That sucks. I'm streaming. I don't care. But if I was like in a bad mood or something, I'd be like, we're just gonna turn the stream off because this is going to wreck the stream. It's going to wreck the algo. Doesn't matter. Let's jump into a little Bitcoin. Let me look at it. All right, so we were looking at this uptrend last week, and I was like, is it really this easy? Oh my God. I was like, wow, I can't believe it's like this easy. Bitcoin's just moving up on a linear trend, right? It seemed really easy. Not in the cards. Not in the cards, it seems. Today we have traded below that trend for the first time on the regular chart, not logarithmic. We have sold off past last week's low, so we're going to have to switch to that weekly time frame. Remember that. Today's daily candle did not quite fill our bullish support order block back in August. What's up, Vahid? I see you subscribed a few seconds ago. Welcome. Didn't quite fill this at 14.2. Very close, and if I were a gambling man, which you know I am, baby, I would say the bottom is in for today. Low's in. I tweeted this weekend, like, bottom's in, like, here, and so many people were like, oh, I don't think so, but yeah. When I say bottom's in, I think this bottom is in. We ain't breaking this. I don't think we're breaking this till the bull market or bear market starts. Anyway, we've traded lower. Here we go. Back on top of the is it too easy, too good to be true trend. I like that. We have a good amount left in this day. 116.5K is going to be about that difference. We have 6 hours to battle this out. I expect we will trade below and above 16.5 intraday today. Quite a few times, probably. Quite a few. Money flow, momentum, RSI, all looking pretty mids. No great signal here. No strong bullish divergence. Nothing really standing out on the daily time frame. So let's flip over to some of our more time-tested, trued indicators. The 50 daily, the 20 daily, right about here. A very strong close for today. Starts above 116.7. That is so close to price. We're basically there now. Closing above the 20 daily moving average would be a great start. Would be a great way to reverse what is a kind of crappy opener for this week. Bare minimum 15.8. If we close below 15.8 today or even in this week, we're going to then logically be looking lower to our next level of support, which would make me would age badly what I said only a few minutes ago. Would break 112K and bring us to 110.8-ish. That's pretty much by the daily moving averages where we would be looking. Outside of that, you go down to the 200 all the way at a retest of 100K. I don't think this is coming. Honestly, I don't think that this is coming next. No, I don't think so. Daily Ichimoku cloud. Let's take a peek as well into the cloud, finding support. Not the best movement up here, but you can see that price is holding this uptrend. Sorry, let me get rid of, for some reason the lagging line just really clutters it up in my brain. You can see that we are above the daily cloud, and this is showing us that Bitcoin is indeed in an uptrend. We didn't really need this indicator to tell us that, but this is giving us a pretty clearly defined place to look, saying you are in an uptrend. All of this price action is just noise until you trade below 110, 111K down here at the bottom of the cloud. Remember, these are often magnetic. Price is often attracted to these fat, flat clouds right here, baby. Everybody loves them fat clouds. You know what I mean? Everybody. It's about 111K. You can see this extends all the way through August into early September. That is attractive to price. I would even say this. Let's accentuate. Let's draw this out. If today fails to retake this trend, I think that probability puts us down here again. I don't want to see that happening, but I'd say probability puts us down here into like September timeframe. That probably wouldn't be one candle. That would be exciting and fun. But remember, we don't do that anymore. We do boring and painful. So probably, you know what, something like this, like we get a lower high, maybe an equal low, a lower high, yeah, down. I think probability would be looking lower on losing this trend because we've so beautifully battled the bears here, found support, and really kind of whipped this weekly back into shape on Monday. I think we want to hold this here. Pay the bills. How many people are like in the Netherlands right now? 92 votes. 51%. More than half the people that tried to watch this stream are unable to. YouTube, you owe me. Like, you owe me. Pay, like this is your fault, man. YouTube. How you gonna make this right? You make it right, YouTube. You're not. You won't. You won't. You won't. Daily, very clearly defined there. We are right here. This is important. I'm curious, actually, what did the last few Mondays look like? This is always a good exercise. Interesting. This is kind of the reverse candle of what we're seeing going on here last Monday. Tall top wick, very little bottom wick, red close. Now we have long bottom wick, tiny candle, very small top wick. It's almost the opposite of last Monday's open. Last Monday led to what? A bearish week. A close down on the weekly. Use some basic logic. I mean, easy peasy. If we see the opposite of that, maybe we'll see a weekly close back up at resistance, like 119.4. I think that makes sense. Go back again to Monday. And is that the last one? 11th, 4th, here we are. And YouTube employees have no rights. Content creators have no rights. That needs to be addressed. We'll get into this at a different time. That does need to be addressed as the world continues into this online content phase of humanity. People who make content for platforms need rights under those platforms. Let's be real. Like, because you can follow the rules and they just get rid of you and your business is ruined. Anyway, we'll get into that at a different time. Monday before that, August, green open to the week after closing a weekly down, and we floated up all the way into Friday. We had a strong weekly. Going back to the end of July, almost bearish engulfing Monday. What we've seen, though, is that almost every Monday is red. Almost every single Monday going back so far is red. Led to a big decline. Do a few more of these. Little doji green Monday. Again, about an equal week. Not a lot of change there. Wick tall on Monday, closed down Tuesday. These Mondays have been brutal. Do you notice that, kind of with the exception of here, the first week in August, every Monday candle is very small. The bodies are very small with long wicks, meaning opening the week, we are seeing positions being stopped out. We're seeing that liquidity from the previous week swept. Let's jump to the weekly. This is where we're going to get, I think, actually trading alpha. Here we go. On Friday, let's just say all last week, we looked at this on Bitcoin's week. We said, well, until further notice, it appears we are in a trading range. The top of our range, 19.5. We talked about a head short there a while ago. I didn't take it. Maybe I should have. Bottom of the range, 14.2 for now. And this range is very well defined on the week. We can see this bar coding price action. Red, green, red, green, red, green. Well, let's follow that pattern, right? Green, red, green, red, green, red. This weekly, to follow the pattern, I'm going to say it's going to look to close green and 19.5. Let's say 19.5 for now. Well, as the week goes on, we'll re-examine these targets. We'll go with 19.5. That's where I'm aiming for this weekly close. That's some pretty simple analysis. Bottom of the range is just Monday or August 4th's weekly start. This is an untapped liquidity range with this big green candle, giggity, with no wicks down into that price action. Wouldn't surprise me to see that happen, though. Kind of doesn't fit into that daily narrative I was talking about quite yet. But that would be a nice place to tap support before moving back to 19.5. Man, we may have a sideways week ahead. Momentum currently down. Money flow still building confidence. VWAP really agreeing with that momentum down, though, on the week, which I don't love. I don't like that. It's not confidence building. However, I think if we get the close on the week back up at 19.5, this red dot will likely disappear. That hasn't printed yet. Even MACD showing momentum down. Let's flip out to the month quickly. Then I'm going to get back to the chat. Still green. 15.7, still green. This is an important price to remember, though. I'm going to jump back to the chat here, see what you guys are talking about. Probably people coming and going saying, why isn't your stream work? What are you doing wrong? Here we go. Okay, so today, August flip. This is August's open. This is basically our monthly pivot. Let's just label it that way. Monthly pivot. After trading to a new all-time high. This is actually, I like this. I like this a lot. What I'm about to say drives home today's close. The emphasis on closing above the trend. This is actually some great alpha as I'm putting this together. My mind's awake today, I guess. This is solid alpha. So into August, we saw the first week trade down after what was a pretty rejection feeling July. This adds up. Traded down, we saw and heard calls for lower. On that trade down, we got a perfect back test of our previous high. We flipped support or resistance to support. That is amazing. Bitcoin has been doing this actually way more than I ever thought it would in this run. We've seen multiple times in this run the bottom or low of the range come at the previous high. We saw it back here. We saw it here. This actually lines up really well. So follow me on the narrative of this month. The month trades down. It begins into a spooky, bearish environment. Energy is gone. Hits support and bounces. It remains low. It doesn't move up quickly. I would say people were loading shorts into the open of August. Those shorts got squeezed. We moved to a new all-time high. We flipped August to green. This is where it gets spicy. New all-time high. We sold off, currently holding a higher low. On the beginning of this week, so today, Monday, we traded that monthly candle back to red intraday and retook it. This is big. Today, it needs to hold this trend. Really needs to hold the monthly pivot, but it's to make it simple. It needs to hold this trend. Really 16.5-ish, 116.5-ish, and things look so good. After an all-time high, flipping that monthly back to red is going to liquidate all of so many of these new longs, especially the late longs. That's going to free up that pressure. It's going to kind of take the weight off the shoulders, maybe add some balloons to the air contraption. I don't know. Metaphors aren't hot today. That is fire. If you woke up this morning and you saw this under 115.7 with the red month, it would have made sense to feel like you needed to short. I think shorts got captured here. I think we're going to see this move back up. I think we're going to get a close above 16.5 today. Let me see. Damn, so clean down there though. If we get that close, I think we head back up at least to 19.5. If we don't, things do get pretty shitty. You do have a shot at 114.2 doing the same thing, but I wouldn't feel as confident. Close above sets us up for a strong week, sets us up for a nice August wrap up, which I think is going to happen into an early September rally that dumps probably when we cut rates. That's my thought. What's going on? You can't watch any stream on YouTube, Mr. 420. No, he can't hear me. I realize that. I realize when people come in and say that, and I'm like, yo, man, they can't hear it because the stream doesn't work. Our friends. Thank you for being here anyway. Could you guys do me a favor for all of the people coming in and they can't see the stream? Try to keep them here. Tell them they can just come chat, right? Just try to chat, engage with them. See if we can keep them here. What's up, Coin Collector? Bitcoin looking weak as hell. It's teetering, bro. Moving back below this monthly pivot, I think it looks bad. Above it, I think it looks good. This is such a strong back test. This can be a higher low. That can be quite a move. You can see quite a move pump off of that. I like it. It worked. What did you do? What worked? CME gap filled. Let's flip it over to the CME gap. CME gap. Gappy. Filled. I was gloating. I think I was gloating on Wednesday or even Monday, or I don't know. I was gloating one of those days last week. I was like, ho, CME guys. You think they always fill, suckers. Yeah, well, this one filled. They do fill more often than not. I'd never have claimed that not to be true. They do fill more often than not. That leaves us, though, with no gaps. 0 gaps. From price all the way down to 103, 104K. No gaps. Let's see where this new extension goes. Anywhere? Yeah, like 132. No gaps here. RSI, there's nothing really there on CME. Let's look at the moving averages, because CME's moving averages have always been, they've been so good. Much more dependable than Bitcoin spots. Under the 20. 17.8, close. No more gaps though. We can go over to like total. We'll see what else you guys are looking at. Let me look at the chat again. I know it's rough. It's the gaps. What's up, Ion? CME trolled me. I know. It heard me say that and it was like, and it's out again. Oh well, we're doing our best. Who's here today? Let's do this. I'm gonna do some shout outs. I want to see what you guys are looking at today. Tell me the tickers. And we'll look at total. And we'll look at some alts. What's up, Norga, G. A lot of Fajine. What's up, brother? Bullish Mike, classic underachiever. Coin Collector, Derek Merrill. My favorite guy, Derek Merrill. Diego Luna. Heaney Britton, Ion, John Z, Quicker, Lee, Mr. 420, Mystery School, Navman, Randy Greer, Sebastian, Smiley Gladhands, Two Big Paws, Pickle, and Tillin. My boys. Wojak, XRP Sean, YB, Zulki FX. Clearly no one from the Netherlands. Jimmy G, of course you're here. Paul, what's up, bro? Riding that link swing. I think our trade's playing. Oh, it's not playing. Or is it playing? No, we got wrecked. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Link hit new highs on the rest of the market down over the weekend. That means Link is bouncing against Bitcoin, and where is it bouncing against Bitcoin to? Directly to support. Exactly to support. Man, I'm not gonna lie. I would close a Link long if I had a Link long open. I know, maybe I'm biased because I had a short here. I would close it. I would close it. That's a perfect hit to resistance. Now Link just needs a higher low against Bitcoin. It has to hold on to something. Like if it sells off from here, this would be perfect. Come back to the neckline. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Come back to the neckline, move up. Until then, you really just look like you're in this same bleedy trend. I would close it. That's just me. Just me. You didn't get chat banned, Nebulous Nub? Why would you be chat banned? What did you say? Your YouTube's laggy. It's laggy for everybody. It's doing bad. YouTube is really hurting today. Link going to $30. Hopefully, I believe Link is going to $30. I think Link is going to go higher than $30. I don't know, man. That Bitcoin pair, if I was in a perp long, I'm not saying I would sell on my spot, right? But if I was in a perpetual long, I'd probably cut. I'd probably take profit. At least some. I probably would close it personally. This is why we use these pairs. Whenever you see a coin run, whenever coins run, you go to their Bitcoin pair, you'll see that running also, usually. While we look at them though, is once they hit resistance, these can be used to open and close trades. That's kind of something I started the stream with today with pretty damn good accuracy. I'm not gonna lie. This is it. If I was like in a 10x long, right, or something, I'd probably shave it here. If I was in spot, I'd probably do nothing. I'd just let it ride. I do like the entry at 19, 20-ish here. I do like that. Did Litecoin go anywhere? Our Litecoin trade has done nothing. And our Litecoin trade against Bitcoin has done nothing. Extreme. You guys remember Extreme Doritos? Extreme sideways. That's Litecoin. Extreme sideways. Swap some Link to Bitcoin? Could be. Could be. Could be. Could be. Also, Miss Randy, of course. Wojak. Paul, Nebula, Sebastian, Justin, what's up? Yeah, XMR, sure. If it's laggy everywhere, at least they haven't put is behind a big Chinese wall of Stroop waffles. Midster, I don't know what you're talking about, buddy, but all right. All right. Bob, what's up, Bob? Bob Saget. Did I miss anybody? Dylan. XRP is the excitement at the moment, says XRP Sean. Well, we'll be the judge of that. Let me look at these Bitcoin pairs just really quick. Against the euro, still held the low after testing all-time high. These breaking their lows could be rough. Could be a rough signal. British pound, all-time high. Technically still held the low. I think the bottom's in for this week. I think the move was made. I think the downward move is over. I think it is. I don't believe that the British pound is going to break market structure here and dump against Bitcoin. Although it never back tested that high. No. I don't think so. I think the low's in for the week. XRP's the excitement, says XRP Sean. We will be the judge of that. Boom. Well, I disagree. I disagree with you. But what I will say is that there, my friend. That right there. Not too shabby. Not too fucking shabby, dude. Let's see. Do it like that. Trade it reignited. Let's go. Back to 340. A little higher risk reward. Speaking of that, let me pull these up. What's mine got? Oh yeah, damn it, I missed it. I friggin' missed it. Because I had that XRP long open and it got stopped. I still have the Bitcoin, the Pengu. The Pengu's down. Pengu looks kind of cooked. The Doge, the Flare. These are still open. They're up nearly 100%. Crap, I missed it. Cheers to anybody who caught that. That's quite a trade. I will disagree with you, Sean, though. I don't see the spice here. It's not, well, I don't see the excitement yet. That's a nice tap to the 50. You're right back at the 20. Like, this looks strong. But there isn't the excitement yet. Not yet. Not quite yet, my friend. I have alerts set. Good. Dollar looks like it's going to reverse. I didn't chill it enough. If you guys haven't hit them likes and subscribe buttons, hit them now. Do it. You'll see me live trading on the streams, and that is on BYDFI. Links in the video description below, pinned to the top of the chat. It's everywhere. You'll get big first-time deposit bonuses for using my link. There's no KYC. You can use it anywhere. They're an exchange partner of mine, so that means I trust them as far as I can trust an exchange. If you ever have issues, you come to me. I'll help you deal with it. But sign up. Use my link. It helps support the stream. It's good stuff. What's he going to do? Zora, I think, did something. Our Zora trade filled. Randy, was this one of yours? 9.8 cents filled. Now it's up to 10.4. Looking for a retest of that high at 14 for a 40% gain. 47% gain. That could be a good one. That one's aging well. ADA. Yeah, we'll see. I'll see what you guys are looking at. XRP will go to $5, he said. Yeah, it's not a bad target. Like it again, like it 10 times. Like it an even amount of times though. Like, or no, an odd amount? An odd amount of times. Because if you like it twice, then you're unliking it. Like it 3 times, you're reliking it. Can you look at ZRX Asset House? That is a name I've not heard. I've not heard that name in a long time. What time does the daily close, Curtis? Well, if you're in East time, 8 p.m. Wait, I know. I'm embarrassed. 8 p.m. Yep, I'm right. Because with daylight savings time, it changes. You have link 164510x. Damn. From 16. How much you paying on funding with that? If I had opened 16, damn, that's a great entry, bro. You know what? It just depends how long you want it open. You've had it open for a long time. Actually, it's not even that long time. August. I thought these were weeks. That's a good entry. I don't see that happening. I don't see it coming to stop you out, honestly. I still would look to cut something. I would look to cut something. I just... No, you know, with that deep of an entry, I would take a partial. I probably wouldn't close it. I would look at least for what, like 30, 38, 53, something like that. 10x. It's so hard. That's such a good entry. I'm jealous. Bitcoin again interacting with this trend line. Boop, boop. How's it against the Mexican peso? It's a good question, DOS Peach. I'll have to look it up. Pump the likes. Sebastian, you're the best. Listen to Sebastian. We talked about taking profit at the all-time high on Ethereum. It was Friday. I did not take any profits. Should I have? Yes, probably. It didn't. In my defense, it didn't actually hit all-time high. And I was talking about all-time high. It was right there, though. This was up 12.5K, now only up 9.2K. I probably will close this if I see Ethereum trade. I don't know, man. Like even under yesterday's high, I feel like I want to take that money and run. Take it and run. What a trade, though. Solid trade. What else do I have open? What a weird day for streaming. Weird streaming day. Half of the world can't even watch the stream. Crypto is just record-settingly boring. Price action has beaten our hopes and dreams to a pulp. We're all signing up for therapy and applying for jobs at McDonald's. Like, these crazy times, bro. Crazy times. This week, FOMC minutes Wednesday. Let's go. That's gonna be a great stream. Better tune in Wednesday. Wednesday's gonna be a hella stream. I'm gonna cue that up now, actually. The biggest FOMC minutes of our lives ever. Ever. It's Wednesday, the 20th. 2 p.m. Nice. I already set it up. Mark it on your calendars. What else do we have? Initial jobless claims. Some Fed manufacturing indexes. And then CherPow speaks on Friday. What? Oh, what? Why? It doesn't say why. Why does it say why? Jackson Hole Symposium. Jackson Hole Symposium. That's right. We're going to cover those. Let's go. Damn, big week ahead. Big week of CherPow ahead, at least. Not so much anything else. Really just the CherPow. Ooh, Jackson Soul. You gotta pay the troll toll to get into the boy's soul. To the boy's soul. Any Always Sunny fans? I definitely am. Everyone driving for Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime drivers. What happens when we all work for Amazon Prime, though? Who will we be delivering to? Who will we deliver to? Very big week. Very big. The biggest. The Nightman. Dayman. Nightman. The Nightman is probably the best character. What's up, Eternal G? I'm going to guess Eternal G can't hear me. 235 votes. 75% down. And from Europe. 11%. That number is held. 11% still down and not from the EU. It's weird because that was like the same number earlier. ARB. Wait, what was I looking at? I was looking at a bunch of stuff for you guys. I'll pull up XMR. Pull up XMR. You said the quarterly. This probably still has a great quarterly. Stream has been great the last 30 minutes. Perfect, Randy. Perfect. Monero against Bitcoin though, freaking wrecked. Back to 270 on the dollar. Back to broken support. I got excited about it. Okay. Got excited for proof of work coins moving. Quarterly Monero. Your quarterly pivot, 325. 270 support, tested, broken, back to it. Like, let's see if Monero closes above 270. Back to 325. It could be end up being a nice back test of resistance. You broke it, you back tested it. Maybe you're looking for the next leg up. That would be pretty good. The arrow? Is it arrow people were looking at? Dude, I hate you, TradingView. Why do you ruin some of my best trades? No, that one didn't fill anyway. Aerodrome. We looked at this. I said short, rare short, 144. Of course, this doesn't really look like it's crumbling. A dollar entry would be amazing, but it might be too much to ask. This would be my dream setup. Short 144, close at $1, go long reverse, and aim for 2. That'd be so fire. What do you guys think of that trade? I think that trade would be absolutely litty. I would love to do that. Maybe I should do that. Maybe we should do that right now. Should I do it live on BYDFI, BYDFI. Brought to you by BYDFI. Let's see if they have arrow. Adio gatto. Oh, the problem is though that I'd missed the short. 144. I think what I'm gonna do is do 144. And we'll just make it a $1,000 banger. I always said to isolate it. It always says back to cross. 144. What do I got on this count? Grand. Do 2,000. We will do take profit $1.01. We'll do stop loss 150, 56, 156. Limit 144, 2,000 short. I want to play the other side of that though, because that's what gets me excited here. It's not necessarily the short. It's the long. There it is. Set it up. What do you think? Wrecked? Great. You live close to Jackson, so should you go to the Fed meeting? Derek Merrill, could you be our boy on the inside? Derek, you in the Discord? If you're in the Discord, hit me up. Put the link in there. That'd be awesome. I'm so serious. You should do it. Hit me up on Discord, send me a message. We'll talk about it. That'd be awesome. If we could have like our own footage of it, that'd be so cool. Maybe I can put in a good word and get you front row seats. I'll just call my boy CherPow. Say, hey. Charlie Day is an absolute legend. Charlie Day is just like one of the best producer, actor, like people out there, period. Charlie Kelly, like the guy. Arbitrum, there it is. Arb, that's the one. That's one you guys are asking about. Arb. As the Canadians would say, Arb. This thing looks like shit. Why are you looking at this? Why are you looking at this? Don't look at this. What? Why is it trading in Sunday? Yeah. Why are you looking at this? What are you doing? What in the helly? What the helly? The helly? What is this? Why are you guys looking at this? I mean, okay, it's up 28% the month. Yes. Yes. 31 cents is like the perfect place to short it. Just made everyone mad that wanted to talk about it. Everyone that wanted to see it, I just made them mad. It's okay. You can be mad, but you can be mad at the charts. Okay. All right. On the month, it looks like garbage. I will stand by that. On the week, you got something brewing. Major resistance, like 50 cents. Rejected. Found its low in April of this year. I thought this coin... Wow. It found its low in April of this year, though. That's weird. Okay. Higher low into June, retested for the fourth time on the weekly time frame, 51 cents. Higher low, backtesting a beautiful bullish order block there, in hindsight. Baroque 51 cents into a higher high. You now have an uptrend established. Selling off again. 48, maybe you get 48 cents. This could be a little bit of spice. We'll go down to the day. I think there could be a long... I don't know how long I'd want to hold it, though, based on that monthly. Let's see. You did break that resistance, which is nice. You did already backtest this. That's nice. Okay. All right, you guys, you're more onto something than I thought. I guess I loaded this up and saw that it was like just down, and I was like, why the hell are you guys watching this? Okay. Not only is it in an uptrend, it's in a pretty healthy one. Look at that beautiful backtest. Moved back up. So basically... longs can be taken this way. Obviously, not financial advice. You got to figure this out yourself. Using that low, using the uptrend as your confirmation, that's probably the way to do it. I just don't like the stop loss being that big under the previous low, because you break the low, then you're not really an uptrend. Ooh, BNB. Ooh, super chat. Jimmy G, my guy. BNB, absolutely, bro. Let me pull up BNB then. Absolutely. Love you, Jimmy. Next, the thing is, the next resistance would be like $1. Okay. $1 before. That's really the play. $1 for 35 for almost a 4-to-1. That's not bad. I like that. I might take that. We'll see. We got to go for BNB. What's up, Mr. Jimmy? Mr. Jimmy is the first person to have that voiceover activate in quite some time. I think it has to be over $10 for that thing to read it. Just so it's not like every 2 seconds interrupting me, because, man, I'm not good at that. Too ADD for constant interruptions. Oh, dude, yeah. It's like we have been waiting for this for so long. Just for forever. For a year. You can see the arrow to 1,000. That was placed all the way back in December of last year. Took the long at 650. Almost got stopped out. Man, if we were taking along at 500, that would have been fire. Nope. Didn't quite catch that one. Yeah, I wish I had timing for you, though, you know? I don't, but $1,000, absolutely. I can't imagine it not going to 1,000. Hope I didn't just jinx it. Still looks good. Even though the rest of the market's pulled back a little bit, it still looks good. Still looks strong. Momentum's still moving up. I could see it by end of year, but man, even by end of month possible. BNB is the sleeper, dude. I still have the majority. I took some profits along the way, some, but I still have the majority of my BNB I got originally. I'm just holding it. Like, it's not it's just a centralized exchange coin, but there's a lot of money A lot of money behind it. I don't think they want it to fail. I don't think Binance is gonna let that happen. Personally, I appreciate Jimmy G. You're the man. You're the man, bro. You're the bro, man. You're looking for a wife. Can't help you there. It's been a cash flow. You got about a third left, yeah. Pump and dump with Trump. Pump and dump with Trump. I like that. Polygon. Polygon though. Polygon though, bro. Polygon. We look at Polygon like every stream. There's always people who want to look at it. Clearly, lots of us got just punked by it. Pizunked. I'm kind of mad that it didn't reach support fully against its Bitcoin pair. I kind of feel like it still will, but maybe instead of this, maybe it's like this, right? Like alt season apex, back to bear market. Definitely looking better. Polygon, I think it was also what Caspa and Render. Let's pull up both of those quick, see if a little confirmation. Yeah, a little Caspa. A little Render with an ER now instead of just an R for reasons. Okay. Yeah, these are some of the few coins that are in this just kind of consolidating, tightening, squeezing, right? Lower highs, higher lows. See that on Render, see that on Caspa. Polygon actually is a little different. Now that I pulled those up, and I'm glad I did. Little different, still obviously similar structure. This is a little bit more biased, a little more compelled to the upside. See resistance tapped again, higher low here potentially. Your lows coming up. I view this less like that, which is how I view Caspa and Render right now. Less like this, which is not as strong. It's not what you want. It's not quite as bullish. And more this way. More flat topped. I like that. I like that. One thing I will say is even if you get this, even if you get it, and you see, we have been waiting. We have been waiting for quite some time to tap 31.6. You hit 31.6 and then what happens? That might be it. That could be it. If that doesn't happen, I don't know, 50 cents is probably good. But even at 50 cents, this is the problem with this chart. Even with that 50 cents, you're still just doing that. This chart, it looks honestly cursed. I still have Matic. I haven't sold it all. Certainly wish I would have sold more in the last runs, but this chart just looks cursed. You can go all the way up to 56 cents today, and you're still just in this downtrend. I'm gonna get rid of that because that's not exactly what I was saying. Okay. $50. It is looking better. It was looking really, really bad. I'll say after early August, this higher low, and then honestly, Thursday of last week, that retest of 26 cents, it's changed it a little bit, showing a little bit more upside bias. That being said, I guess I'll do this. I think 31 cents is very achievable. 31 cents, very achievable. If it doesn't come before 18 cents breaks, I hate this coin. And this coin is not invited to my birthday. There you go. But Francisco Porras is invited to my birthday. Welcome, friend. There you go. I do it that way. I think that's reasonable. I think it gets to 31, and if it doesn't just like nuke at 31 and all the sellers in the world don't come out, I think you can ride that to 55. This has been a cursed chart, though. Make sure you guys are tapping the screen, liking, subscribing, joining the crew. Polygon. That's good. Polygon. If I tweet Polygon, like as a joke, it will pump to 31 cents, almost guaranteed. Simon's cat. You always come with the strangest stuff, Voxy. My bags are so heavy. You realize a lot of people made money on Bitcoin and ETH, you being one of them, but you don't think it will be chosen for what they are trying to do with the world financial system. Well, Ethereum and Bitcoin are not trying to do the same thing. They're not the same thing. They're not trying to use the same thing. Here's what I would say. Bitcoin's value is that it doesn't need to be chosen. I don't know if I've ever heard anyone put it this way. Bitcoin doesn't need to be chosen for its purpose. It exists despite and in spite of actively them not wanting to use it. It's attracted all this capital in spite of literally every centralized force trying to prevent it. That's its value. Ethereum's trying to do a different thing. Not going to speak on it, but Bitcoin doesn't need that. There isn't an outcome where it needs like to be chosen for the monetary system. It is doing something because it has value. That value is malleable. It's shifting. It can be redefined constantly. It is filling a niche. And I think that niche is not just one, but I think the biggest, most obvious right now is debasing of currencies, inflation, etc. Nobody will choose on the biggest, grandest scale of this. No one will or needs to choose Bitcoin. They will have to move to Bitcoin. And I'm not even saying that I think Bitcoin will be used to pay for coffees or whatever day to day like that. No, that's not what I'm saying. There is a necessity. Bitcoin fills the gap in the niche for a necessity. It will never be adopted with open arms. It will always be a situation. It'll always be a situation where it's simply just cannot be ignored. It has to be idolized. Does that make sense? It's not that governments or big groups of people are going to say, we want Bitcoin, because it really doesn't favor any centralized thing like that. It doesn't favor kind of groups that have power using it. But it'll always be available, it'll always be accessible, and there will come times and there will come situations where out of necessity people will have to use it. And that's its strength. We can argue all day about everything else around it. Doesn't really matter. It's proven this. Think about it. Also, if that was just a roundabout shill, if you guys are going for like, I think it'll be XRP or something. Every government, guys, every government, the US government, if you think the US government is going to use like whatever coin you think, you're crazy. They'll just make their own chain. Why would they ever use some existing chain? They then just guaranteed have to give up like power, authority over it. They certainly then will be using something where the supply is already gobbled up in different directions, maybe even a centralized supply. Like, you can say whatever you want about XRP. No, it's not a comment on it, but certainly the supply is centralized. Like 1 billion of it unlocks every month. Like they have this. Why would the US government ever do that? It doesn't make any sense. You need to be smoking some of the best opium to think like a government on that scale would use a chain. It is so easy for them to just make their own chain. Why wouldn't they do that? I don't know. Anyway, I rant, I digress. And that wasn't about XRP. XRP is doing great. It's not about that. It's just reality. It's like actual reality. The same way I don't think the US government would want to use Bitcoin. I think they could use it as collateral, but they aren't going to like want to just sign over all their power, right? That's just the opposite of what these things represent and what they are and how they function. And they could, yeah, they can buy them. You can buy, Norway bought some for retirement fund. Yeah, I mean, like that's different than utilizing it for this grand scale type thing. If anything, I think we realistically have a lifetime ahead of us now of like a tokenized dollar. But guess what? Anybody can mint tokenized dollars. It's interesting. Can XRP and BTC get along? They do completely, 100%. Honestly, though, Ripple, though, you guys are getting me riled up. Ripple, the company. So XRP itself is just a protocol. It doesn't give a shit about anything, just like Bitcoin. XRP, the company, has actively lobbied and fudded against Bitcoin over the years, but you know, so we could also make the argument that many Bitcoiners have fudded against XRP over the years. So fair enough. Anyone else buffering? Yes. YouTube is effed. It's 42, and it's now up to 52% of us cannot see the stream. It's sad. What's up, Matt Rehad? I see you subscribe. Welcome, bro. You can use VIP VPN. Brad Garlic Bread. Brad Garlic Bread. Yep. If you use a VPN, you can get in. You can't hear me though if you can't get in. Is flamboyant? I don't know what that means. Flamboyant. Is that your first message? What a strange thing to come to someone's live stream. Hundreds, I don't know. Usually like 1,000 live viewers, 600 live viewers, and ask something like that. I don't know what that means, bro. Well, time, be careful. You're gonna eat those comments, Sean? No, man. I am someone also who is not afraid of being wrong. I'm telling you just exactly how I feel. This is like exactly how I see it. I'm not fudding anything specifically. I'm just the argument against everything I just said would literally be, in what way is it incorrect? And I would say it's completely correct. If you're the US, if you are the Fed, why are you not just making your own chain? It's all open source. If it's not open source, they'd be insane to ever use something that's not open source, but it's all open source. They just fork it. Why would they ever give up control? Why would they use something that has like 40% of its supply, you know, or 50%, whatever, like already just pre-mined or whatever? It doesn't make sense. It's just like really wishful thinking. I'm pontificating. Thank you, not meme. I insist upon myself. That's what I don't like about me. I insist upon myself. This is a big coffee. Big old coffee. Don't marry your bags, true. Randy, the government and big guys will hire their own developers, build their own blockchain. That's how I see it. And they don't even need to build their own blockchain. It's all open source. They just fork it. Just done. Stream's apparently working smoothly in India. Unless it's Litecoin. I still have XRP from 2017. I did sell a lot of it at $2 last year. Starlink down. Was I born in May? Why would you think that, or what? Where did that come from? Cuts and pumps, baby. Unless it was planned all along, Dan. Sure. Unless Unless everyone in the world is in on a grand conspiracy. Yet none of them. Oh, conspiracies. Thought on IBIT. I don't know. You know, I haven't looked at almost any of the ETFs since a very long time. Let's see. Mutable blockchains. Why my US stock data look different? What? That's too much to read. That's weird. What's up with this? I've never seen these alerts. I mean, all these aren't these all still tracking the same? I assume. Has anybody been following the ETFs really closely? Like, aren't they all just tracking the same? Are they making the same are they making the same upside gains as Bitcoin too? I would kind of assume. And if not, then my opinion would be, why the hell? 8% from low to high. %. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm not gonna do that while live. I'm not gonna look into it like that. If anybody kind of follows ETFs closely, have they just tracked? That's what I would assume. If not, why would you be in them? I'd be careful with the 99% of crypto will go away claims. And I'm not just arguing because you're defending XRP. The reason is because I also said that for many years. So many years when I started. 99.9% of this space is a scam. That's accurate. And that it will all go away. And I've heard people say that every year. And the opposite has happened. Literally the opposite. We've moved farther away. Not only did almost none of them go away, but the creation of them has continued, and not only has the creation of new ones continued, it has incredibly accelerated, especially if you compare the running average over the last few years. Exponential. I don't know. I thought it would go in that direction too, but it doesn't, at least not during this administration. I don't think we'll get anything like that. I think that they'll just exist and not just, I don't know. They're just like, why do they exist? They shouldn't, but they do. $1 million Bitcoin and a $10,000 XRP would make everyone get along. So Bitcoin is going to 10x and XRP is going to 100, 300x. Oh no, 300x gets it to 1,000, 3,000x. I mean, I'd be happy with that. I got some XRP. I'd be rich then. You guys are fighting with the XRPers. That's why they're getting defensive. That's fair. That's fair. People are arguing with you in the chat. XRP guys, I will say that Ripple has peeved me before. The company. I don't like that they have campaigned against Bitcoin and stuff. But when Ripple XRP, when I first learned about it, and I was very ideological about the space and very opinionated and loud, I really didn't like XRP. We're talking like, oh, I didn't even see this. We hit the bottom. We sniped the bottom again. I didn't take that shit. I didn't place that today, right? No. It's probably Friday. Fire. Damn, let's go. I used to really not like it, but as time has gone on, there's just more and more in the space. And even, you know, if you're XRP maxi, Bitcoin maxi, everyone can agree now that there's just 99% of this, 99.9% of the space is all just like scams and bullshit and vaporware and useless. There are just bigger problems. I just don't care. Honestly, I feel the same way about Hex. I thought the same thing about Hex when I started, and there's just bigger, worse stuff that's just, I don't know. I don't focus any energy on it. Crypto is just very laissez-faire. It's like, it's just gonna do, and it doesn't matter what you think or what you want. It's just gonna do. Damn, this Ethereum long. Who took this? Pickle, was this from Friday? There are 2x ETFs. Slightly less volatile, not on the market 24/7 for the ETFs. Yeah, and the ETFs also, there's some advantages, the tax advantages. There are maintenance fees, which is likely the reason if they're not pegged completely to price, that'd be a large reason. I've considered going into ETFs just out of like safety, just to be like, I don't have any Bitcoin. Like, you can't take it from me. It's in an ETF. Nailed it and missed it at the same time. True. But this is on Coinbase. I wouldn't have taken it on Coinbase anyway. So literally that price, I would say that price is very likely to have hit on perps, on a perpetual exchange. 4,227. Let's see. Let's see on BYDFI. Though ETH is way more liquid than it used to be. It would have hit. It literally would have hit. So I will count that as a dub. Boom. 4224. Let's go. Let's go. Now we're just watching the paint dry. This low time frame looks hella bullish though. Higher highs, higher lows. Look at this rigid price action. You have a lot of friends in the XRP army, and some of them think it's going to $100 this year. Oh, those poor children. They'd be very upset with you if they knew how to read. XRP definitely can go to new all-time highs this year. In fact, I would bet on it. $100 though this year. Ah, man, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's the same as saying Bitcoin is going to 3 million this year. I also would call that crazy. What's up, 𝐂𝐫𝐿 Facts? Taking more risk being in the ETF. Different kind of risks. You're taking different kind of risks. I see what you're saying there, Dom. Stay humble, stack sats, the best advice ever. None of that pulse chain. What's up, KJM? Despise gas fees. Ooh, my chat's lagging. My browser might crash. This is weird. I guess for arrow top. What is going on with my chat? Why is it so? My chat is. This is just, you know what it is? It's the. I knew it. This crashed. This is what crashed it. This chat behind me like takes up like cache browser memory. And when it gets too big, when like the list of the messages, because it stores them all, gets too big, it gets goofy. Yep. Hold up. Okay. Ondo, long-term target. Stream is fine. Aereo, long-term target. Your stream's laggy AF, Andy. YouTube is just having issues. It's not me. I can see my connection. It's perfect. It's been perfect, which is honestly a miracle for this channel. We've had issues. Quite a miracle. It's YouTube. There's a whole look at the poll. There's a whole freaking 51% of us, upwards of 52% of us earlier, literally can't see the stream because YouTube's goofing. You want moon targets. There you go. If Aerodrome Finance, if it breaks its all-time high in this bull market, I can see it trading as high as $8.64. Now, if you really want a moon target, we can aim a little bit higher. If you really want a moon target, $19.30. There you go. You can get this by connecting the all-time high to the bear market low and looking for the 2 measured move. That'd be quite a move. We'll do the same thing for, what was it? What else did it want? What was it? Ondo. It was Ondo. We're going to do the same moon math. I was trying to give it a hook so that if we make a short out of it, it sounded good, but probably didn't. Probably didn't sound good. Ondo? That's cool. This is tweet worthy. Ondo, not only did it just get the golden cross today, it literally... Ondo just hit a golden cross on the day and literally tested that cross perfectly over the last few hours. What an incredible move. There's an awesome setup here. Can look to go long. You could try to play the late long with your stop under the cross, under today's low, or you could bet on that low being tested again at 95 cents. That's kind of fire. That's fire. Last time it got the cross, it rallied to $2.61. These tweets do so good. 135%. Oh, that puts it right back. The cross is almost at the exact same price. That's kind of crazy. I think I gotta tweet that. Spam attack? What's spamming? There's $2 and it's fire. All right, that's fire. Just based on this, I think you could play along. Play along. Really just stop below the cross. TP at the high. What do we got here? $3.7. 4-1. Means you could move this down 13%. I like that. It's not bad. Not bad. I like that it tested the cross, like, on the day. That's beautiful. It's like exactly what you want to see for that play. I did get distracted. You wanted moon targets. You wanted moon targets? I can give you them. $2 down to the low. Mouse sensitivity sometimes makes it so hard to get that, like 1 pixel. Moon targets for Ondo. Ondo looking strong here with a golden cross on the daily. Last time led to over 100% rally. Looking for moon targets. If Ondo can break its all-time high set at the end of last year, you could see as high as $5 or $7.50. Those would both be incredible gains from where we're at now, just under $1 currently. Wow. There you go. There's your moon targets. Does any of that have to happen? No. Yeah, you have to break all-time high first. But hey, moon targets, buddy. You asked. Dude, I'm so annoyed that I'm so trolled. I'm so trolled. This is such a good trade. I'm so trolled. What happened to Ethereum? Probably. Can't watch? That's so bad. If you VPN in, but they can't hear me. Just do it. Reckon the bottom's in? I think the bottom's in. You mean the bottom for like this move? For before new all-time high? Yeah, I think so. Spam and eggs, babe. Gotta drop that vape, brother. What? I haven't vaped. We're going to be coming up on a year soon. Be a year in November. Tether's not going to collapse now, dude. That's crazy. It's crazy to think it will. I think. If it was going to collapse, it would have. That's what I think. No music, nah. Plus, we're now we're in. We're getting on at the end here. We're getting towards the end. It's been a weird stream. Already a year, I know. Well, it'd be a year in November, so not quite. Like 9 months. It's fire though. You thought you saw me hit one? No, bro. No, I have not. I went cold turkey. It was like right before Thanksgiving last year. Cold turkey. Since then, I have had 0 cigarettes, 0 puffs of a vape, no nicotine gum, no patches. The only nicotine I might have had between then and now is like maybe if I rolled up a blunt, like that little bit from the leaf. That's it. Yes, Steam was the weirdest out of any you've been to, you say. No zins, no pouches, no chews, no nicotine. 0. Yeah. It's been a while. I'm like, I don't really get any cravings for it anymore. I had one really randomly the other day, but it was, the cravings went from really annoying and hard to like a craving now is just, I kind of just remember like, oh, I had a vape. It's like not quite a craving. It's not even like I have to go get it. It's just like, oh yeah, I used to vape. 420? Oh yeah, of course, bro. And in fact, as soon as the stream goes off again, we're gonna get 420'd up in here. Don't you worry about that. Don't you worry none. Wow. ICP is down 99.9% against Bitcoin, virtually 100% versus Bitcoin. This is just not, I don't know. It just seems like a bad idea. But hey, if you like this for whatever reason, you could frame this in ICP potentially has thousands of % of upside, right? Just even back to kind of its earlier valuation against Bitcoin. For months, it has been down at 500 sats. I could see this reverse. Maybe like a 2x against Bitcoin. If it does. Back to that previous support. Let's look at the dollar pair. Okay, in that camp of Caspa and Render, you've fallen. No higher highs, really just consolidating. You wanted to look at the 3-day, was it? 3-day chart. Three days. Coming up. Coming up. Money flow's coming up. It's above the 20 and 50 barely. You know, up here at $9, I can see this. I can see ICP making a move to $9. Your 200 daily moving average is sitting there. It's untested. It's almost exactly your 618, your golden Fibonacci retracement. You can see money flow slowly reversing in momentum, looking to move back into the chart. Buyers looking to come equal out the selling impulse. The real battle is going to be right here at 650, 640. This is resistance. It was previous support in July of last year before a rejected high. You fell, broke lower. That's going to be the battleground. If you can push through 640, I think you make a move to $9 pretty quickly. Pretty quickly. I'm going to set an alert. Not my favorite chart by any means, but I'll set an alert. Under the cloud. Ugh. Rough. Rough. Scruff McGruff. Remember the vape Tom Shish is in the room with him. That's cooked. Nebulous. Yeah, I will say I feel kind of scammed. I don't feel, like, I'm glad I quit, and definitely I will say I don't think I've been sick. I don't know. I really haven't been sick much since I quit vaping. I think there's been like one or, you know, like maybe once or twice. I don't know. I'm being sick, but I don't feel kind of the way I thought. And I guess I just, no, reality never meets expectation. I thought I would feel different. I don't really feel any different. I just don't vape anymore. You see it going down another 99%? True. You rarely get sick since quitting vape. Maybe that's it, Dylan. I don't feel any other side effect. I don't feel like I can run better. Honestly, I don't feel like I can breathe better. I'm sure I can statistically. I don't really feel any different, but I have not been sick, really. I think I was sick like one day in the last 9 months. And before that, I was going through a really sick time. So a chart only a mom could love. I love that crypto one. Plume TA. We're wrapping it up here, boys. Wrapping it up. Boneless New York steaks at $10.99 a pound. Liar. Liar. $10.99 pound 5 years ago. 10 years ago. Is there a better crypto chart on the monthly than TRX? No. I have been yelling about this. Nobody wants to hear it. Nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody wants to hear it. Where even is this? I have too many charts open again. Got too many charts. Next year's Bitcoin so close to breaking out. ARB. ENA. Ooh, ENA just filled today. ENA long. Hold up, just clearing this out. Where did my TRX? I might have closed it. I usually have the TRX tab open. I've been yelling about this forever. Literally forever. That TRX and BNB are some of the most sleepers in the game. The moves they've made, I mean TRX broke all-time high last year. But the moves they've made and the strength they've shown, maybe there are other charts that look a little stronger, but I would say not in the same time frames. But the real thing, the real point that's crazy about these is that nobody talks about them. Like maybe Ethereum is up there with them too, Tron and BNB right now, but everybody's talking about Ethereum. Nobody's talking about Tron. Nobody is thinking about Tron. Nobody's looking at BNB. They are some of the strongest, most sleeper charts in crypto, period. To address that, here is this is the full history of TRX, all the way back to 2017. This coin has been on a 45-degree trajectory since its low in 2020. It just never seems to sell off. It never seems to retrace. Its upside movements are slow and grindy, but it doesn't really pull back in any way. This comes off the back of, back in 2021, I remember looking at this and saying, man, Tron looks so bearish because of this price action right here. We saw lower highs, we saw a flat bottom, and by all means, we had seen so many charts break down doing this exact same thing in the exact same time, but somehow, some way, it just said no. It faked out, it invalidated the pattern, and it just began moving up to the right. Never stopped. It's bonkers. I think $1 is a great target for TRX. I think it definitely could go higher, but I think it's achievable, reasonable, good target to aim for. Bitcoin looking again to make the move. That looks hella good. Hella good. This has been a weird ass stream. Yeah, I mean, well, that's the thing. So TRX and BNB, they both have that as an advantage. And so that's why I say these aren't coins that I ideologically associate with. I don't think that they're like Bitcoin or, you know, decentralized. They're centralized, but they both have a big, powerful backer that has interest in them succeeding. If Tron collapses, Justin Sun like has nothing. Like, actually, I don't know. I don't know what Justin Sun has, but they both have backers that control the supply for the most part and have incentive to keep it up. And they have, and they've shown strength. That's it. That's all I'm saying about it. Is it too late to get into them, Nami? I would say things are usually too late when you are hearing the hype. That's kind of what I was driving home there is they're really up. And usually I would not ever recommend to get into something like this, right? I don't like to buy the top of green candles. I don't like to buy at the all-time high. I don't like to buy near the all-time high. But those factors are usually accompanied by a ton of interest, a ton of hype, a ton of people talking about them. You don't hear it about these. So is it too late? I don't think it's too late to get a position in them. I would say in spot. Of course, you can trade pairs, but like, I don't think it's too late for a position in spot for either of them. Done correctly with the right risk management. I don't think you should go all in on either of these. They're up too high. But if you have none and what I'm saying is resonating with you, maybe you look to add a little bit of spot over time. Maybe 1% of your portfolio or something, right? That's the way I look at it. Please don't go all in. Although you might go all in and then be like, it's the craziest, best idea ever. I don't know, man. I'm not here to shill either of these. These charts are just, that's how I see them. I wish they were both paying me to say that. Hey, Justin Sun and Binance, pay me to say these charts are great because I already think so. That'd be cool. Yeah, it just is what it is. Maybe they do nothing, right? There's always that chance, but I don't think so. I think what will happen is they will both make a big move in this bull run, probably by the end of the year. I think on that big move, all of a sudden everyone will be like, oh my God, BNB and Tron. Just like in 21, people were all about BNB. It's talked about a lot. As soon as you see it in thumbnails and titles, as soon as you hear people yelling about it, just take your profit and walk away. Wash them hands. That's what I think. Zelensky has a suit today. What a silly world we live in. What a silly world. Guys, if you haven't checked out BYDFI, you've seen me opening live trades on BYDFI. If you haven't checked it out yet, check it out. Sign up using my link. It helps support the stream. There's no KYC, so you can use it anywhere. I won't ask questions. You'll get big deposit bonuses, and you'll have me in the corner. If you ever have issues with withdrawals, deposits, anything weird happens, come to me on our Discord, and I will advocate for you directly with them. It's a really big value. If you haven't subscribed, yeah, you've subscribed. You're here. How have I been? I've been great, Mushroom. How are you, bro? Your beard is dope. I'm growing it out. I'm growing the beard out until it drives me nuts. I'm growing it out until Bitcoin is exciting again. That's my plan. Jump in the Discord, discord.gg/TomCrown. It's free. If you're looking for a one-on-one mentoring with me, that's right, with Tom Crown, one-on-one. Ask me anything. AMA. One-on-one mentoring sessions. Check out joincrowncrypto.com. Make sure you've liked and subscribed, and we're going to be live on Wednesday again for the FOMC minutes, the biggest, most important FOMC minutes of your goddamn life. That's right. Love you, fam. Good Monday, good stream. It was weird. Nobody could watch really, but hey, we did it anyway. We're here. I'll catch you Wednesday. Put it on your calendar. Don't miss it. Crown out.